Hi there, YouTubers. I'm coming out with my very first video in order to express just how dissatisfied I am with one of the recent changes YouTube has made to the site, namely the All Comments page. While they have been hyping the new design for the video page, they already slipped in a new design for this page weeks ago, and I'm just going to say it flat out, it's horrible. In fact, I'm not alone in thinking this one of the worst changes YouTube has ever made to the site. What's so bad about it? Well, just look at it. For starters, look at how much wasted space there is. Even after you take into consideration the space used by the buttons that now show themselves only when you mouse over a given comment, there's still this much space that I can't see is ever used. Now, this might have something to do with the designers designing for a smaller screen size or something. If so, that's just bad design practice, and I think I can say that confidently, even though I'm not a designer. I'm sure there are solutions these days that allow a design to scale to an arbitrarily large window size without destroying the design. And speaking of those buttons I mentioned, there's another bad design choice, in my opinion. A good design should allow for efficient interaction even with inexperienced users. That's not the case here. Assuming a user even figures out that the buttons exist, which is possible at least a few won't, that user still has to mouse over a comment, then look to see where the buttons are, then move the mouse to the appropriate button. That first step takes extra time and was unnecessary in the old design. Now sure, an experienced user will probably have memorized the positions of those buttons, at least until the next design change, but even then I somehow doubt they will be able to use it as efficiently as if the buttons were visible all the time. But by far the aspect of this that I hate the most, and indeed I believe I speak for a good number of YouTubers, is the fact that comment threads are effectively invisible now. I mean, look at this. No indentation or any other obvious indication of who's replying to whom. It is, as someone else described it, a pile of comments. The only way you might be able to know for sure is to mouse over each of the comments and compare how long ago each was posted. When you see a more recent comment under a less recent one, you know the latter is a reply to the former. Unfortunately, the decreasing precision as you go further back means this is not very reliable, as 1 year ago only means approximately a year, nothing more precise. Although this doesn't inhibit replying to a comment, it makes it difficult and often impossible to see the conversations that have taken place. YouTube, you have always prided yourself on the great community this site enables, but here you've gone and started to erode that community with this blunder. I don't think a lot of us users are happy about any of these changes, so please, please, please undo this mess and bring back the old design, or make a new design that fixes this mess. At the very least, make it so we can see threads again. I don't care too much whether you bring back indentation or style it some other way, such as someone's suggestion to stripe the background colors per thread. Just please do it. The last thing I want to say is, I would like to have YouTube actually take notice of our collective dissatisfaction. So if you agree with what I'm saying, let's try to raise awareness. Vote for this video and others like it, add them to your favorites and maybe some playlists, share them, link to them, do whatever you can think of to bring attention to this issue. Then maybe YouTube will take notice. I don't know how successful we'll be, but I think we should try. Thank you.